My name is Juliette and I'm a college admissions coach.
My name is Jason Badnos, and I'm currently a rising sophomore at Vanderbilt University, as well as a Chancellor Scholar and Peabody Honors Scholar. So I'm a first-generation college student, and so sort of going through high school, I wanted to go to college but knew nothing about the admissions process. Nobody in my family knew about the admissions process, and similarly, many of my peers and friends weren't really aware of how to apply for college or financial aid. And so I was thinking, okay, well, what resources are out there to sort of assist me in this process? And so I went looking and I found Prepory.
So when I started working with Jason, we really started from scratch. He had an idea of what he wanted to do, an idea of where he wanted to go. But at the end of the day, we went through the process from start to finish together. We spent the first bit of time focusing on college lists and working through what he wanted, what we were looking for, identifying merit scholarships, identifying majors of interest, schools that would offer him different fellowships and study abroad opportunities. And then from there, we went through the writing process, doing lots of supplementals, dozens. I don't remember the exact number. We had it calculated at one point.
Yeah, it was probably over 40 essays because I applied to about 14 schools, I think. So it was a lot of writing, but Juliette did a great job helping me through editing and revising, and it all worked out in the end. So
hundreds of essay drafts. But no, it was wonderful. And then I remember the best part was always getting those texts of where he got in. So
yeah. Much of my time was really focused on the application process, working through essays, building out a school list, and sort of transforming the hard work that I'd done throughout high school into a student profile that was appealing to admissions officers. My coach did a wonderful job of sort of encouraging me to reflect on myself and grow as a person, sort of develop my own identity, and enter college as a student who is prepared to learn and grow.
So I feel like my sessions with Jason were very unique in that I knew what I was coming in wanting to do, but I almost always felt like he came with his own agenda and we had to riff off of each other because he was very on top of it, which I loved and kept me in line. But in general, we'd start off with just understanding our timeline. Everything was based off the admission cycle itself, not a personal agenda. And we'd spend some time debriefing where we were at, checking in on what we'd been talking about asynchronously, via email, via text, just making sure we're up to speed and on the same page about our conversations that we'd had asynchronously, and then move into really getting into the nitty-gritty of essays in the college list and researching all the minute details of a school or looking for the nuances in the essays, and spent a lot of time going through everything with a fine-tooth comb, especially as we got deeper into the season.
Yeah, and I will say, obviously, as someone who was with Prepory just for sort of the fall of my senior year, was a lot of emphasis on the writing piece and making sure all my essays were good to go, and were sort of reflecting who I wanted to be presenting to the admissions office, and keeping track of making sure I was presenting different parts of who I am in all those different essays. So that's what I remember was the writing. I think Juliette did a great job of really encouraging me to identify my own values and what I wanted out of the college experience. We did a lot of sort of activities and exercises focused on self-reflection, sort of thinking independently, not just about, what I want to get out of my academic college experience, but also socially, professionally, and sort of helped me become more aware of who I am, and sort of informed who I want to be in the future as well.
This is probably the biggest moment in a student's life to date. You're hitting 17, 18 years old, you're applying to college. It's probably one of the first, if not the first major life change they're going through. And so I think it's always good to reassure the students that this isn't the only life change they're going to go through. It's just the first of many, and that this is going to set their direction in life, but not their direction in stone. And I think that's the biggest thing, is that it's setting them up for the future, not determining their future.